Welcome to Turtle Tracks Podcast. This is your host, Brian VanHooker, and I'm here live from GraniteCon 2025, talking to an artist who I've known for several years, really talented guy named Chris Vance, who has an exclusive print of the Future Turtles from the Archie comics. Chris, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me here.
So, I mean, before we get into what you've got here for GraniteCon, I wanted to talk a little bit about like your history with Turtles. You grew up a Turtle fan, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been a Turtle fan since pretty much their incarnation. I mean, I was about 7 years old when I first got introduced to them. Um, Dad took me to a comic book store and me pick out something. I gravitated towards the Mirage like Turtles for some reason. I grabbed the black and white comic, issue 2 of Tales of the Turtles, I believe, with Nobody's first introduction.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular like love for Nobody, like special love for Nobody, or?
I do, just because that was my first book.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool introduction to Turtles for me.
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to that action figure coming out too.
Yes, there's a new one coming from NECA soon.
Yeah.
That looks cool. I don't know. Were you into the cartoon much, the toys, any of that, like all that stuff, or any
I
of
was
it?
into all of it.
Yeah.
That just happened to be my first introduction, and it was a bit like weird for me whenever the cartoon started, because I'm like, I knew from the black and white stuff.
Oh, and it's quite the change. Like
And
if
it
you
was
didn't,
like a big jump, but
yeah,
I still liked all of that stuff. Like I was a big fan of all the pretty much all the incarnations of Turtles. Like growing up, I loved all of the Archie comics, Mirage comics, and the cartoon for sure. And it definitely had a good chunk of the toys. I'm sure my mom was like annoyed by
sure,
every
yeah.
weekend asking for a new Turtles toy. But yeah, I loved all that stuff. Still do.
I mean, it was like a limitless amount back then. So
It
yeah.
was huge amount.
And you've also done some. I mean, jumping forward, you've done some retailer exclusives for IDW Comics. What was the first one you got to do?
Well, the very first cover I did was part of Ben Bishop's Bish Kids club thing, and they wanted to do an exclusive for his store, and it happened to be issue 100, and everybody in the group kind of like volunteered my name.
Nice.
So they knew my work, and they're a fan of the stuff I drew. So I did my first published Turtles cover with Bish Kids, and yeah, it's just a group shot of all 5 of the Turtles, issue 100, on a rooftop, kind of, and it did pretty well. People seem to like it a lot. That was the first one I did. After that, I think I got with Rich Horn, or not Rich Horn, Rich that does the TMNT like what was it, like it's like Wikipedia page, or his
I'm not sure.
I forget what it is, but I did a cover for Rich with some other people for Last Ronin #5.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, it was a TMNT.com thing for him,
Yes.
for his store.
Okay.
And I did that with a group of other people, really other talented people like BJ Han and Aaron Hazori, and Kevin was on there as well. So we all did like a panel, and
yeah,
put it together. It tells like a story of the Last Ronin getting ready to go out, on a mission. So that was cool to be up there with a lot of good artists on there.
I was you shout out the people exactly what we wanted to. Aaron's a good friend, and BJ I've known since before I started the podcast even, and that's when I first became aware of you.
Yeah,
was way back before I don't know, 10 years ago now almost, when BJ and I were working on the comic book.
Yeah.
So, and you also did some stuff for Lost Years, right?
Yeah, I did a issue 2 cover for Lost Years, and it's weird with that one. The second issue I did for Papa Sibo and MacArthur, their company. It's a retailer thing for them. MacArthur Collectibles, and they had me do just as a picture of the Last Ronin sitting, looking through the book, like his Master Splinter's book.
Mm.
And it was I was really proud of the piece, but unfortunately, it kind of got like lost, like the shipment got lost or damaged, or I'm not sure what happened. So there's very, very, very few out there of that cover.
Huh.
I have it for my banner, but that's it.
So truly the lost years. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so somewhere there's like somebody with 100 issues of this or 1,000 issues of it and nobody else. Somewhere in Somalia or somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, like no clue. But yeah, those guys, Randy MacArthur from MacArthur Auskins and Sibo from Sibo's He Was Comics. They both have been really huge supporters, and a lot of the reason why I show up to Granite like pretty much every year so far. They've been super supportive in me, and like they promote my art and they love my art, and I love those guys. They're great.
Oh, dude, I mean, I can say that too. Like, I've been a fan for a long time. Like, you were really great turtles. Like, they're very much your own. Like, here's a question I always have for artists. Like, like, turtles have been done by 1,000 artists, but like, I can still tell which ones are yours. How do you like find your own
It's
in
weird
that?
because like I feel like I just every time I draw them, sometimes it ends up a little bit different, but like it's whoever's been like influencing me, and like I have huge influences, and I think most people can tell when they see how I draw it. Um, I'm a huge fan of Mateus Santolouco. Um, just the designs of how he does stuff, uh, and the thought he puts into like designing turtles.
Mm.
I like a lot of those things, so it'll go into my work. I mean, I still have, you know, bit of me in there from like, my foundations of me drawing turtles, but like subtle like new changes they've done to them for like the new IDW stuff,
Mm.
I put in because I really like that stuff and I think it works. Um, but he's a big influence, and another like really huge influence for me is Sophie Campbell, and
Sophie's work's amazing too.
she's great.
Yeah.
We were I'm sure tons of people are tired of hearing me say it all the time, but like when she comes up, it's like I kind of feel like I have to preface it with that. But like we were roommates in college for like
Oh, really? I didn't
the
know that.
last 2 years.
No shit.
We were friends in college for our entire 4 years, but we grew that close that we would hang out and draw together and talk turtles and comics and like all the weird sci-fi stuff that we like.
Where was that?
At Savannah College of Art and Design.
Oh, wow. No shit.
So we did that, and yeah. So she's been drawing turtles is for a long time, and I've seen her turtles evolve
Oh, yeah.
from way back.
She worked on back in even on the Mirage days, in the Mirage days a little bit.
She did some stuff
Yeah.
For I think during the fourth volume of Turtles.
I think it was during Tales or something when they were
like,
around that time.
It was like some Tales stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A few Raphael, like
Yeah.
miniseries or something.
Oh, Bad Moon Rising was
Yeah,
it?
that's the one. That's
Yeah,
it.
I know that one because I have I just figured out like I have a missing issue. Like I think I have 1, 2, and 4, and I'm like, how is I missing this random thing that's gonna be hard to find? But yeah, anyway.
No. But yeah, I've always been a fan of her work, and I don't know, I just we kind of played off each other a little bit when we were in college, like just working together or drawing together, like in the room. It's always fun to bounce like ideas off of each other.
Mm.
And I like I said, I watched her grow. She's a big influence on how I do certain things sometimes. Um, and then that ultimately I went to work with her again, and we got to do a Lost Series 3 cover together.
Okay.
So that was cool because it was my first time drawing the new generation of turtles, like the new ones.
Oh, sure. Was that hard to kind of get them down because they're very different?
I had to like look at I was looking at like Ben design those guys.
Sure.
So I was you have to look at a lot of like art that was already out there.
Yeah.
Or that I could see, and going off of like the books that were already released, and just kind of like make educated guesses about some stuff. But I sketched them out, did a layout, me and her kind of went back and forth over like a layout thing. Um, I penciled it all up. scanned it, sent it to her, and she did, the finishing stuff on it, like the inks and colors on it. And we just kind of discussed the colors together and how what we want to do for that. So, but yeah, that was a fun collaboration. It was good because it had been like years since we had even like worked together.
Nice. That's
So,
very cool.
and definitely would like to do something else with her again.
Sophie's the best. Like, just so talented, great storyteller. Like, just she's great. You also, I remember you mentioning, you were a big fan of Chris Allen's work on the Adventures books.
Yes, yes, Chris Allen. Like whenever I was in like middle school and like that like back in the '90s, whenever I was just buying turtle comics all the time, I would constantly go and check for the new like the Archie stuff like in grocery stores or
Yeah.
like a comic shop. But that stuff was because for a while I think there was a little bit of a break where there was no like Mirage Turtle stuff.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, it
like
got messy there.
or it
Yeah.
was like stuff wasn't coming out consistently.
Yeah.
So that turtle stuff was coming out more consistently. And so I was still reading that. And Chris Allen stuff I definitely loved. I was drawn to that mostly because I just, again, like design work. I liked his designs, turtles, how he did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, overly like complicated.
Yeah.
But I like that. And then he did this like the future like shark trilogy thing.
We were talking about like how much we both love those future turtle designs, especially Donnie and Raph.
Donnie and Raph. I mean,
Just
I think most people like Donnie and Raph because they have the most look that has changed a lot. Like there's like
like Leo's wearing a jacket.
Yeah,
that's all.
Leo's got a jacket. Mikey's got a jacket, and maybe like his bandana like covers his entire head. But for the most part, that's it.
Sure.
They still
and they also got a lot more like screen time, Donnie and Raph.
Yeah.
Like they did a lot with them. Like I feel like when I was a kid, like I feel like for a while I didn't even know there was a future Mikey and Leo.
Right.
Because I never got the issues in order or anything. So like I saw a lot of future Donnie and Raph, and then like I was like, oh, maybe they're dead or whatever. And eventually, I guess I got the issues in order or something. But like Donnie and Raph, I vividly remember.
Yeah, they're pretty much front and center for that future story.
Yeah,
because they're the ones that go back and get them, go back in time, like, hey, we need help and coach
the
whole.
I remember they went Raph and Raph together.
Yeah, yeah,
that was great. I remember that. And he like future Raph was kind of telling old Raph like present Raph to like chill a bit.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna lose yeah.
No, but that was cool stuff. Yeah, just Raph, missing an eye. I feel like everybody when they draw Raph in the future, even like in the Mirage guys, they do a future version. Somebody's got to lose an eye.
Somebody's gonna lose an eye.
So eye patch always, I like.
Didn't Image do that too? Didn't he lose an eye in Image?
He did.
It is inevitable that Raph's gonna lose an eye.
Yep.
Wait, did he? Okay, no. Zero didn't do that, right? In that no.
The Image ones.
No, I'm thinking of the cartoon.
I don't think he lost an eye.
He didn't lose an eye. No, he lost everything else.
The animated thing.
No,
he's just really large.
There's a lot of one-eyed Raphs out there, though.
Yeah.
A lot.
No, I like because I liked it because he had Leo's swords on when it initially showed him. He came through the portal like with Leo's sword strapped to him. He had his size still.
Yeah.
He had a baseball cap on, which like I wear caps all the time, and I was like oh, okay, so I kind of like I kind of was drawn to that because it's like me, I wear hats all the time, and he has like a missing eye, so I thought that was cool.
Between that and Black Suit Raph, like Raph had the best looks in the art.
He always had like a really cool. He had to be the rebel and do something different all the time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was really cool for me to see that design. And Donatello just like foregone. He had foregone like all his uniform stuff. It was just
I like seeing the turtles without the masks.
Yeah,
I really like that.
No mask, no.
Like there's some turtles I noticed like when you take the mask off, like there are some artists or versions of the turtles that like the mask seems to be part of their anatomy, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like if you took it off, their head would literally break in half. Whereas like there's other ones where it's like what I liked about that was seeing how those turtles looked maskless, which I really enjoyed because Chris is such a great artist.
Yeah.
So
no, that was cool. I mean, they're a little bit older. If you look at details on it, they have like wrinkles, like kind of jowls, and a little bit. Like with Donatello, like under his eyes is like more more creases and stuff like that. But yeah, no mask for him. Just long, like purple, like kind of like lab coat thing.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Cool.
Yeah. And he had the gadgets. He had a belt too, right? Didn't he have a?
He did have a belt. It was like it was in the same place.
It was like a Batman kind of belt.
Yeah, it's all
right,
pouches.
The pockets. Yeah.
It's all pouches.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that design.
I did too.
That's really cool.
Great.
It fits him. He's more like, he's leaned heavy into like the tech stuff.
Yeah.
His staff is now like this retractable like bow with like a little like laser thing on the end of it.
Right.
So it was all kinds of cool things. Like their whole like hideout now is like in a building, and like it's like a big futuristic like room that we only got to see like the one room.
Oh, it was like a building, right?
Yeah.
In New York City.
Like
Turtle Inc.
Turtle Co. or something like that. Yeah.
That was the hat Raph wore.
He had that one. That was for like a later thing. He had a hat that had like Turtle Island on it.
Yes.
And that's like the bar or something where him and I think Ninjara worked there.
I forgot about
like
this.
They ran that since you could like drive up to it in a boat because it's the future, so everything was flooded. They were talking about like global warming a lot like back in the 90s, and like everything's gonna flood. So like it was cool to see that city with the docks, like the buildings like halfway submerged in docks.
Yeah,
they line up like the entrances to buildings now.
That's right.
So, but yeah, it was pretty cool to see all that, and I just liked that all that future stuff, like the future like future tense type stuff. I love all that.
Yeah.
In every animation like cartoon or story, everyone has one of those stories where it's like it takes place in the future. The future's all messed up, and a lot of stuff's wrong, and
it goes to like the different versions of the turtles, but like so that one was a really cool, kind of like edgy, interesting design.
Yeah.
And then in the 2012 show, like the future's this bleak, horrible Mad Max kind of thing.
The same as it never was in the 2003 one.
Yeah, that's another future one. Raph have one eye there.
Raph did have one eye.
He did.
They didn't give him a patch, but they stitched that side of his mask.
And then, so like, I don't know if do you remember the Future Turtles in the 1987 show?
I don't remember that.
Okay, so they go to the future with Hokum Hair, the Easter Bunny character.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And they're like four old really fat turtles. They're amazing. They're great. And like they wear glasses. They can't do anything anymore. And Michelangelo's really fat and all. It's wonderful. It's the best. I love that.
I forgot all about those.
I love those guys. Yeah. So speaking of the future Archie Turtles, that was so you have an exclusive print here at GraniteCon of those 4 future turtles. What made you want to do a print? What made you want to do those turtles?
My buddy Rob Denner, me and him always, we talk about turtle stuff, but we specifically talk about the Archie stuff and Chris Allen stuff and the future stuff specifically. So we're like heavy into that. So we bond over that like a lot. And we talk about it all the time. And, I did some artwork for him. He commissioned me to do, I think I did like Raph and Donnie like on the roof, like coming out of a portal.
Okay.
And it was a future Raph and Donnie. And it had like Cuddly in the corner.
Oh, nice.
But after that, I was just doing sketches of them and like posting them online so people could see. And then someone else hit me up, was like, "Hey, I want a commission of like, can you do all the future turtles?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, like that's cool. Like I've drawn them all a bunch of times by now, and so I'll come up with a cool composition." And as I was doing the composition, I was like, "This is actually pretty good. This looks kind of like a cover almost." And I was like,
"It's really great."
Thanks. I was just like, "Well, let me see how it goes. I'll do a little more." And once I got like the pencils down, I was like, I really like this, and I feel like, Granite's coming up. I need a new print. I'll ask the guy if I can do it. His name's Trevor Burton, by the way. But I was like, hey, can I use this as a print? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, you sure? Because I know some people are weird about that.
Some people like to have the only one. I commissioned this.
Only thing.
Even though you're the artist. But
right.
Yeah.
Some people are weird about it. So I asked, and he was just like, no, I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah.
So I was like, great.
Because he got the original, of course.
Yeah, he has the original.
Right. But it's a hell of a print. It's really cool. So is it like, are you going to rejigger it and have it be like a print you can sell otherwise too?
Like that
Or is it just here?
I'm probably gonna if I have more left over, I'm probably just gonna keep it as a print. But like,
it's really good.
It's premiered here. I didn't print a lot. So but if I sell out of all of these, I'll probably print more if people want more. So but for now, like I just have a few here.
Can people order it? Even so, if people, I'm gonna post this episode today.
Yeah.
But can like if they're not here at GraniteCon, which I mean, of course they should be, but if they're not, is there a way to order it off like your Instagram or anything like?
Yeah, just hit me up on my Instagram. DM me, message me. Friend me on Facebook or whatever. I mean, I post it all over there.
Cool.
You definitely at my Instagram like C2 for 18.
Okay.
And then just my name and like Facebook or whatever, you can find me on there. And yeah, just say like, hey, I'm interested in the print, whatever. I'll do that.
Is there any of the 4 Future Turtle designs? Is there anything that's like particularly challenging to draw or harder than it would be like just the regular turtles? Like Mikey's mask is kind of weird in that one. Or is there anything that's like that's harder?
The only thing that has a lot of details. Sometimes it's weird for me to like try to make the eye patch look right on Raph because it's like it's over his mask. And if I do it in a certain like view, it's like, trying to draw like where does the strap go? Like you don't want to cross because sometimes it looks like it should cross over his like other like eyebrow or like behind it. So you kind of have to like figure out a good way to like, to position it. But I mean, that's for the most part, that's it. Sometimes the belts like change a little bit.
Sure.
Like depending, because I know Raph has pouches, but he also has the I know sometimes Chris draws it with the circle.
Is there still has the big R on it, doesn't it?
I think the way I did it, I don't have the R on there because he's drawn it both
How
ways.
We know which turtle it is without
the giant. Well, he's got the missing eyes, so yeah. At least they still have their mask colors.
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, Mikey has his like Letterman's jacket.
Yeah.
But I mean they're still all very distinct. Yeah. So there's different stuff about them. Like it's weird sometimes to draw them without the normal stuff have like knee pads or elbow.
Yeah. Is it like because that becomes part of the way you draw them, right? Like you don't draw a leg and then draw the pad over it, right? Or do you?
I do. Like I'll do like I mean I think a lot of artists when they do like clothing in general and stuff, they will draw the underdrawn the full figure.
So that we
can just kind of like dress the figure over top of it. And then you can erase, the stuff you don't need.
Right.
What's underneath. And a lot of people like for me, it's a weird thing when they're wearing clothes. And this is one of the things I look to like Sophie for as well. It's like, they have shells. That's a problem. A lot of people draw the clothes under the shells, but if you know how turtles work,
it never makes sense. Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I get, everyone's like, hey, they're mutants. So it's like, okay, I know. So
they still have spines.
They still have, and the spines are fused to the shell.
Right.
So I'm just like,
to put this jacket on.
Other people come up with ways. Like I liked when the new issue of the reboot of like the Turtles or the new chapter of Turtles with IDW did and Raph's in prison. If you look at it, like it looks like there's still some space under the shell. So it looks like Raph's shell is over the clothes, but it also looks like it's probably like he tore it.
But that seems like a lot of like
it seems like
work
a lot,
to like
you have to restitch the clothes, but
sure.
It's weird. Other people figure out ways, and people just like it's just a comic,
Sure.
Just it doesn't matter, and it's like, and that's fine. I can suspend disbelief for that, but it's just like it's one of those things. It's weird for me. I get like it triggers me like a little bit.
There's certain things that trigger me. I don't love turtles with nostrils.
Yeah, that it's the nostrils doing more than 3 fingers.
Yes, that bothers me. We know what also bothers me. I hate seeing turtles with like where their plastron looks like a 6-pack. Because it's like I don't like
I'm not a fan of that either.
Well, it's like human anatomy. It's like I don't like them with the human anatomy.
Yeah.
It looks wrong to me. It's like okay, you're not embracing what's different about the characters.
Yeah, I get their mutant. Everyone's thing is like they're mutants. They're not full like realistic turtles. But basically, the way the mutation works, supposedly, it's just like you're just a giant animal. You're just a humanized version of the creature
Right.
that you got mutated into. You're still that creature. You're
Yeah.
just bigger, pretty much, and you can talk or whatever. But
Yeah. Unless it's the other version where it's also like a human can turn into an animal,
right now,
which
see,
makes less sense. But
that way, it makes more sense to me for it to have more humanoid features
right.
than like
Yeah.
your animal features. But yeah, I get it.
I I like. I mean, I don't mind that only because I genuinely prefer um, Splinter to be human first
Mhm.
instead of rat first. Just
Yeah.
because like I can like I love the first movie, but like there's that part where it's like the only part I can't swallow is when the
The
rat is
rest
mimicking the
training.
movement, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, he's not doing that. Like, so like the idea that this supposedly normal rat can absorb this ninja knowledge and then make use of it later when he's like, I don't buy it. Whereas if he's a human and then he turns into a rat, sure the mutagen doesn't make any sense, but it never made any sense. And like at least he's got the brain of Hamato Yoshi and can do things that a human would have like that makes
Right.
more sense to me in a world of nonsense.
That's why I like the reincarnation version of it
Oh
too.
my
Like
god, I love that angle.
I
It's
thought that
great.
was a brilliant angle.
Very
And
clever. Yeah.
the only thing about that I miss though is like we don't get like turtle tots. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
get the young them growing up preteen turtles. There's one issue of Mirage Comics that has preteen turtles,
The one where they have the masks over their
and
heads, right?
they don't even have their current weapons. And I love that issue, and I like I wish there was more stories with that.
Yeah, Raph has the tonfas, right?
Yeah, Raph has Tonfa.
Yeah.
Mikey has a Manriki. Donnie has it's a shorter staff. I forgot it's a quarter, it's like a quarter staff.
Right.
And like Leo just carries the one katana.
Did we ever find out why Raph is carrying the katanas in the future, Raph?
Um
I don't think we do, right?
that was yeah, because in that story, when the building or whatever that got blown up or they were fighting like Armagon,
Okay.
he they captured him. I think him and Verminator X
Okay.
captured Leo and Mikey, and they had them in like tubes, like held up.
Right,
And
right, right.
it was like basically a trap set so they could go rescue them because they were gonna take out the turtles or whatever. Like Shredder, Verminator, and like there was another character I forgot who it was, but yeah, they just basically wanted them to come and they were gonna get the turtles to show up, take them out, and take out all of them at once. So Mikey and Leo got captured, which is why Raph had Leo's swords.
Right. But didn't Leo, he still had swords when he came back, right?
Yeah, when he came back and he rescued them and everything, and they got everything back.
Oh,
So
right,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's
So
been a
yeah,
while.
that's why he had it. And I just thought the image itself of them coming to the portal was what got me initially. I was like, that's really cool.
I love that that's what you put into your print too, the portal thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
stuff. Anyway, again, tell us how to find you on Instagram.
I'm on Instagram at ctopher18, CTOPHER
Cool.
18. And yeah, just you can hit me up there. I have all my art up there. You can look at all that. If you want commissions or anything, I'm available for those. Just same thing, DM me there. If you find me on Facebook, just Chris Vance. Um, yeah, just let me know what you would like, and we'll work out the details and go from there.
Cool. And tell me, last question for you: who's your favorite turtle and why?
Raph. It's always been Raph,
Yeah.
just because like he was kind of like the loner. He's kind of stoic, and I was as a kid initially I was kind of like that where I just did stuff on my own, just kind of sat and like drew and just by myself. But like I think also because all the turtles had like red masks to begin with.
Yeah.
I think that just kind of stuck with me more. But
especially since you were a Mirage guy first.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Sure.
And so like even like with the cartoons, like it's weird because not everybody's personalities were exactly the same as the personality thing kind of got more fleshed out with the cartoon, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Mikey, I think.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But the old Mirage, like nobody was like, that much different. Like Mikey wasn't always
it's a little hard to tell.
The jokester, it's hard to tell. No, Donnie was actually, quite a bit of a jokester in the Mirage stuff too. But so
And that carries into the movie,
yeah,
which I really like that.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was good, and it was a good good job having Corey Feldman do it.
Oh yeah.
It made it it made it funny, and those two playing off each other like in the comic.
I mean, to me, that first movie is the best the best single turtle thing ever.
Yeah, yeah,
it's just the best.
Like I can watch that a bunch of times. I know it inside and out.
Same.
It's crazy. But yeah.
I'm all set here, dude. Thank you so much for your time. Check out his Instagram. Get this print while you still can. It's very cool. Thank you so much. This is great.
All right, thanks, man.
Cool, man. Hello and welcome to the Turtle Tracks podcast. This is your host, Brian VanHooker, and I'm here at GraniteCon 2025 with Mateus Santolouco, one of the great artists from the IDW Ninja Turtles run. Mateus, thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
There's one thing I really want to talk to you about today, pulling you away from your table. The new Shredder series. So Shredder has a new ongoing series from IDW, and he has an awesome new design. I just wanted to pick your brain about what went into that and what influenced it and all that.
Okay. So actually, the editor of the series, Andy Corey, he had like very specific ideas about the new look.
Okay.
So when you approached me, he like briefed me out with what they were looking for, what they were aiming, and pretty much what he said. Look, we're trying to pay homage to the classic Shredder, maybe more the first Mirage look without a cape and all that.
Okay.
That in the IDW series, always had a cape.
Sure.
And trying to get him to look more like a urban ninja kind of thing.
Sure.
And also they had like this whole idea about his being like with gray hair and stuff like that. So he was very specific. He sent me references about what he was looking for. So yeah, it was a little bit easier for me because I had directions. I didn't have like to
Sure.
start from scratch. So yeah, so that's what we were trying to do. I think it looks cool.
Oh, it's very cool. I mean, and like we've seen the first issue's out now, and like we've seen what kind of Shredder is up to. So he went from being, well, he was bad, but then he died, and then he's back, and he was kind of a guide for the Turtles for a little bit, but now he's back to being a villain again.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, the white hair design that he is now. So we saw him as a trainer; he was still kind of looking the same, and then he goes off somewhere and he comes back and he looks a good deal older. I don't know if you can share any of what went into that, because he seems like he's a different Shredder than we last saw him.
Yeah, I think the idea is more not making him older, but more about his having all this experience in another planet, in another dimension with fighting demons and stuff like that. So that I think the white hair is more like an impact of what's he's been going
through some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was fun, like to work on that. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is his look when he first show up.
Oh yeah, before he's got the
he looks like
he's not Shredder yet.
Yeah,
he's still
pretty much a homeless man,
yeah.
And I had fun with that.
That's cool.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, as an artist, do you prefer to draw Shredder with a cape? Like, is that a fun? Like, I'm guessing capes are fun to draw, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but they get it away as well.
Do they?
Especially if you want to do like a ninja.
Sure.
It has to be like dynamic and stuff like that. So the cape sometimes
it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It almost never makes sense.
Yeah, and if you look back, like from for example in the Gauntlet on the issue 50 or something like that he's fighting the turtles.
Okay.
Every time he is going to jump into a fight, he takes his cape off.
So it's like, yeah, okay.
It's with a cape. I mean, just like I don't know to seem more menacing or something like that. But I have to fight. Take the cape off.
Well, when they did a Shredder for the original run, it wasn't you who designed him, right? Who was the artist who came before you?
I think it was Dan Duncan.
That's right, Dan Duncan. Okay.
Yeah.
But you mean you really made that Shredder? Like I mean, I associate that Shredder a lot with you. I don't know if there's any story from working on that one. I love that one.
I think probably is because I did Secret History of the Foot Clan.
And Shredder Hell too.
Yeah. Established the origins of the character. So probably that's why people associate that look of Shredder with me.
Sure.
But yeah, that was Don Duncan. Yeah.
And we got to do the Loyal Subjects toy of that Shredder look, which is really cool.
Yeah. Well, as the years went by and I was drawing the characters constantly, of course, I tried to throw things of my own in that. But that the design is done good. Yeah.
I'll figure I'll go through this and then we'll call it a night. I'll call it a day. I'm curious what your thoughts are on some of the older shredders. So like, what are your feelings about the Mirage shredder, the early one?
No, I really like that.
Yeah. Is there anything that's gone into that, like that has influenced what you're working on now?
Yeah, for sure. Like if you look at some tiny details like the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I just took the Mirage look and tried to add it to the new look.
What about the old cartoon? Anything to say about that shredder?
It was always easy for me to beat him up on the video games.
Funny, that's perfect. What about the movies? Did you like any of the movie shredders?
Yeah, I do like the 90s, the version of the 90s.
Yeah.
Although I always felt weird about the fabric of his clothes.
Very sparkly.
Yeah, very sparkly. Yeah.
Which you think the evil ninja would not have so many clothes. Yeah. And then he came back in the second one, and he's got this razor head, but it's more sparkles and broader shoulder pads.
Yeah, for sure. But I do like that helmet.
The helmet's very good.
Yeah.
I even like the Secret of the Use helmet when they made it the saw.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It makes no sense. What other shredder? I mean, anything. I don't know if we're fans of the 2003 show or the 2012 show. Any thoughts on those shredders?
2012 show I'm pretty fond of.
That's a great show.
Yeah. And I do like Shredder on that show. I mean, I think that actually, if you look at, like, we were talking about my designs in Don Duncan. If you look at Don Duncan's, you'll see that he's less. I mean, other than the shoulder pads and stuff like that, he's less like. I mean, I think I made it more to look more like an armor sort of thing, and maybe that came from the it was an influence from the 2012 show.
Oh, that's cool, because like Dan Duncan's was the only time it was a fabric mask.
It is a fabric, yeah.
Which is different than I think every other version.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What do you think about Super Shredder? We'll end on him.
Yeah, I do like Super Shredder.
You like Super Shredder?
Yeah.
Also makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense, but it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, thanks for catching up with me. Tell us where your Instagram so people can jump on
Santolouco _art.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good, man. Hello, and welcome to Turtle Tracks Podcast. This is your host, Brian VanHooker. I am here from GraniteCon 2025. I wanted to do a quick interview with Fero Pe and Luis Delgado. These guys are doing the art. Fero on the pencils and Luis on the colors for Godzilla meets the Teenage Mutant. Is it meets versus? What is it?
X.
Meet Godzilla times Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm not a Godzilla guy, to be honest, but the art I've seen for this thing is amazing. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it. How did you come to work on this? And tell me your experience with Godzilla beforehand.
I go first. With Godzilla, it was like the movies when I was a kid. But just I just remember the Godzilla and versus Mechagodzilla, and that's all. But after doing this crossover, I started working on the covers for Godzilla. There will be aliens.
Okay.
So I think that was my school to learn how to draw Godzilla correctly. So
how did you is there anything tricky about that thing? Because he still kind of looks like a guy in a suit a little bit. Like he's still shaped like Godzilla was a long time ago. He's not shaped like a dinosaur. But I don't know, was it tricky to learn how to draw him for you?
A little bit. The head of Godzilla, it was tricky to me, but you used to that kind of like learn a different anatomy because you have different the muscle. No, it's not like an animal or something.
Yeah, he's got those chunky legs.
Yeah,
and a little head kind of, and it's weird proportion. You're right. He's got a belly, right?
Like three chests, like three. It's
like three
the chest is divided in three parts. So
yeah. So I mean, that's it's just weird anatomy especially the turtles also have very different anatomy than superhero comics, which was what I think. So I mean, it's cool to see them come together. Now, what's the Do we know, what can you share about the story? I know there's some Japanese parts of it. I don't know. I don't know what you're allowed to share.
I don't know how much we are allowed to share, but you know, Splinter and Shredder, they're originally from Japan.
Yeah.
And Godzilla is from Japan. So like they go back, like really go back in time, and now they're like meeting again. And it's like they have a history. So there are a couple of flashbacks, I think, that want to show you what just quickly what happened before and how the Ninja Turtles arrive now, and they know how to face it because they have a past via Splinter.
Sure.
So that's how they approach the beginning of the book, and I think that's what we can say because it comes out in November. You said.
Yeah.
So right now, I don't know how much we're allowed to say.
That's fine. Yeah.
But other than that, I think so far it's a really cool book. I had a past doing Godzilla because I did 2 books for it was more of a kid's book. It was called Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors.
Okay.
And the first one, I don't remember the name of the first volume, but the second volume was All Hail the King because it was King Ghidorah.
Okay.
And then there's a Summer Smash with the Jaguar Jet Jaguar. So that's how I went into the books before with some experience, especially with the colors. And now I'm doing the colors a little different, the style, the texture. I want to give Godzilla more texture because of the scales. It's not just plain like the turtles, like the reptile skin is like smoother. Obviously the giants kaijus, they have different kind of textures. So I'm trying to do that for this issue. But I've been working with the special effects for a while, so I know how to do the blast and the atomic breath and all of those things.
Oh, cool.
So it's pretty cool. And like I said, we watched the movies growing up. I think I remember maybe a cartoon, like slightly.
Yeah.
I think I remember a cartoon when I was a kid.
We Gotsuki.
Maybe I don't
Godzilla
remember.
with Gotsuki.
Like the little kid.
You guys from the same area, right?
Yeah. Well, not same area. No, he's from the south of Mexico.
Okay.
And I'm from Mexico City. That's like the big
Right.
capital.
Okay.
But we're both from Mexico, so it's pretty much all Mexican.
Okay.
And the same age.
And we're the same age as well.
Gotcha.
So it's pretty much the same, but different. Obviously different cities.
Sure.
So it's different lifestyle. His lifestyle is like calmer and like more like that in Mexico City.
It doesn't sound like you.
Like New York. It's obviously not like New York, but what I'm saying is like
Sure.
we always get jokes from people from outside Mexico City because we go to a restaurant and we go somewhere and we have like a really fast kind of lifestyle.
Sure.
And they take their time with everything, and we're like gold desperate. Like, come on, where's my food?
That's how. So like, I'm from New York. I mean, I grew up in Hudson Valley, but I also lived in the city for a while. And like, I like going down to the South, but like, I don't. It doesn't mean I get more patience when I go down there. So like, I'm kind of like, all right, we're gonna move now, right?
Yeah. Walk, like, you know, walk like really fast, and people are like slowly walking, like move. I need to go through.
Even to the cons, like I'm like zipping around people.
All
Like,
the time.
how are you walking this slowly?
Yeah, totally agree with that. Yeah, but other than that, we grew up pretty much similar. I mean, we both grew up watching the Ninja Turtles cartoon,
Right.
And I bet he did as well. Watch the Ghostbusters and Thundercats and
But
Dragon
people in the
Ball.
90s, yeah.
Yeah, we grew up
80s,
at the same
90s,
age.
yeah.
So yeah. So we both like Godzilla, and but now I think for me, after I worked on the first with Dan Shannon. Actually, I did it with Dan Shannon, who's also doing the pencil for the Saturday Morning Adventures.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I did that. So I got a little bit more into it, and I watched the first movies from the Monsterverse.
Okay.
But then I watched like -1 and
-1 is
one.
amazing.
Yes.
I mean, like I'm not a Godzilla guy. I saw -1 3 times in theaters. It's amazing. It's so good.
So good. I'm looking forward for the second one because I heard there's gonna be a sequel.
I think I saw that
It
too.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking.
The turtles are in it, right?
Dude, it's obviously.
Are there any tricks to coloring Godzilla? Because like he's kind of gray, kind of green, kind of black.
Oh, yeah.
So like what?
Yeah.
They chose, for example, when I first did it the first time, I had to be really picky with really specific with the color.
Yeah.
They don't have like specific Pantone, but they told me, no, we don't want it greenish. We want it like grayish, but not black. So, but I had that experience. So now that I came back to the book, it's like just the same colors. I mean, they were already approved ones.
Sure.
For Toho, and just Toho, because right now it's Toho and Paramount Nickelodeon.
Oh.
But now it's like Toho like this shit once, so now I'm doing the same colors the same way.
Simple, yeah.
Yeah. So that process was easier for me because I've done both characters franchises for a while, so it was smooth understanding. Not like when I did My Little Pony and I was like, okay, start from scratch. I have no idea who the characters are. No, no,
My Little Pony is great.
I love working My Little Pony. I didn't think I was gonna love it, and I love it because the colors are completely different from everything I do. So it's like fantastic kind of shit.
My daughter started watching that show, and that show is so funny.
Yeah.
It's great. So I was like, is this? And I like fell in. I love that one. It's great.
I heard the same thing about Bluey.
Bluey's great. Bluey is like the sweetest, best. It's really well written. That one's great.
For the dad, for the parents.
The parents are great. Like I wish I was as good of a parent as the dog and as the dad and Bluey. Like
but My Little Pony is just fun.
Pony's a super
really,
fun.
Really,
It's also really funny. Is Big City Greens. That show's hilarious. My
That's
daughter got me into that show. Hilarious. Like it's a kids show and it is like fall down funny. It's great. That's really good. Question for you. That turtles are like 5 feet tall. Godzilla's, I don't know, 1,000,000 feet tall. I don't know.
They have like different sizes. I think there's a cartoon that is like Universe Godzilla. He's the size of the Earth at the end of it.
You're
like huge.
Yeah. Like composition wise though, how hard is it to come up with something that'll fit both? Because this giant thing and these little guys, like how do you make it a good drawing? Like how do you make a good dynamic picture with that?
Yeah, it's really hard. At the beginning, I don't know how to approach that part because that's there's the Ninja Turtles and one now of Godzilla. I don't know.
Yeah, like they don't fit the same page.
I try to do like close-ups to the Ninja Turtles. So when the Godzilla is in the background, it doesn't look so.
Yeah, the first issue cover has that where the turtles are jumping out of the screen and Godzilla's behind them.
Yeah,
and you can't tell how far behind he is. So that's good. Yeah,
it's like mostly the same size, but they're really, really close
He's
to us.
He's standing 4 miles away.
That you can do that with colors as well. I try to help.
Yeah, please. How?
Yeah, because when you go into nature, like real world, the farthest away some object is from you, the blacks they blend with the blue of the sky.
Okay.
So I paint the line art, so it's not like the dark black that he uses. If the turtles are in the front, then I can just keep the black. But if I have Godzilla in the background, I know he's like 4 miles away. Then I have to blend the colors and make them blue. Because if you look at a mountain, like a faraway mountain in your real life, you're gonna say that it's bluish. It's not greenish. It's bluish, and there's no hard blacks like you can do in front of you with a tree. The shadow is gonna be black, but the mountain's never gonna be black. So I try to do the same and help to give distance a little bit.
I love that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Tell me, like he does the monster blast, whatever he does. Like,
atomic breath.
Yeah, that. So like any tricks of coloring that, because that's the crazy fluorescent colors in the movies. What is it like coloring them in a book?
Okay, I had to come up with that from the first time when I did it first Godzilla, so I'm just like replicating the same thing. But I look for the best colors that I think they work the best, from everything that we have Godzilla. And I did so many colors, special effects when I did Ghostbusters, so I'm really used to it. So I know how to approach it. I have a couple layers. Maybe people don't know, but when you use Photoshop, you can change the mode of the layer.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anything to me either, but what I'm saying, like change it to screen or overlay, it changes, it glows, so maybe it goes transparent.
Sure.
So that's how I do it. And then I try to do that for the environment and lighting. But then when it's, I gotta go on top of the line art and maybe obscure the line art a little bit with light. So that way you see a light source that is actually like obscuring the face or everything, because now all you see is light and the rest is just normal.
Oh, that's cool.
And I also try to paint the line art.
Yeah.
So because if you have a light source, it's never gonna be like white black on a light source in the room.
Right, because it's not a solid object.
Exactly.
Right.
So what I do is paint the line art, the same kind of color, a little bit darker, but the same kind of color from the special effects. Or when Ghidorah, he shows up or whatever, and you have like electric lighting or something. I do that on all the other characters that show through the series. In the first series that I saw, and every other series, they have the special effects. So that's how I approach it.
My last question, I saved the best for last. So the second issue of this comic, we've seen it online. The cover is Shredder, and the reflection of his silver mask is Godzilla there. Yes. The other second. Oh, is the
no.
I thought it was the thing. And you can see Shredder, like you can see Godzilla's reflection in Shredder's mask, and it is so goddamn cool. I'm curious, like, what went into that cover? Where did the idea come from? I love it.
It was like stupid idea for me because I thought it was to be cool and easy to do to realize that cover, and it was really difficult because when I started taking pictures of spheres and something that how I going to reflect the Godzilla into the
mask.
in the mask, and to make it clear that it's the mask of Predator. But when I was drawing it, and the eyes of Shredder, it confuses a lot with the Godzilla. So I have to work a lot. Yeah,
Because the eyes don't line up. Like the Godzilla's eyes are on Shredder's forehead
yes,
over the mask, but so it looks like at first you look at it, it looks like two sets of eyes, and then like as it's one of those ones is like it takes you a half second to realize what it is. But that's what I love about it because I've looked at it like for a while now. I'm like, this is like it's got
you see something. Oh no, it's the reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you paint it? Who painted it?
No, you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was painted, yeah.
How did you like? Because the metal effect is very nice. Like you can tell like of the mask. Like I love like Shredder's always worn metal, but I don't think it's been used to that like the reflective nature as much. And I thought that was really cool use of it. So
yeah, that's the tricky part to try to because when you put something on a sphere, it gets all deformed.
sure.
So make it look a little deformed, but it's like it was. I don't know what I was doing.
Well, as hard as it was, like the final product, man, it's just you killed it. And I'm looking forward to it. Colors look great.
Like it, yeah.
The art looks great. So tell us where we can find you on Instagram, and then we'll wrap it up here.
You can find me on Instagram like Fero Art.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be up here my picture, a beautiful picture.
Yeah, beautiful picture now. And I'm Luis, the colorist.
Cool.
So it would be like Luis underscore the word D, THE, then underscore colorist.
Cool.
Luis the colorist. That's it. And you're gonna see a picture of me as well. And it's not a beautiful picture.
And you heard it here first. Godzilla -1 Part 2 has the turtles in it.
Yeah, totally.
These guys confirmed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
come to them.
If it doesn't happen, you can tell me something. You come back to me and say, you said it. No, I'm sorry. I was misinformed.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you doing this.
Nah, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.